Garrett Blevins here with an overview of day 2 of cycle 3. This is a bench day primarily, though there is some barbell rows and some chin-ups thrown in here. This program that I'm on right now, kind of the split that I'm running, is going to change over time. This is a reintroductory phase, and so pretty much I'll be doing, as I do this day, 3 sets of 6 on bench press, followed by 4 sets of 6 with barbell rows, followed by 4 sets of 5 close grip. But week to week, I'm probably going to be adding a set or 2 to each of those exercises. So next week I'll be doing 4 sets of 6 for competition bench, for example, on this day. And that'll kind of be the theme across as I reintroduce volume in accordance with how my coach has planned this out. The best way to do that is just use kind of similar weights and all that, but just add a set week to week until you reach the volume that you need to perform well. Now, with that said about volume, I want to speak briefly about vacations. I will be on a vacation starting next week, and so I want to talk how I've kind of worked that into my schedule. So I work out 3 days a week, as some of you know, and usually that falls kind of later in the week, like a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. However, this week I adjusted it to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The reason I've adjusted it to Monday, Wednesday, Friday is I leave Saturday to go up, and I'll be out for a week and then come back on a Saturday. While I am on vacation, I'm going to work out twice while I'm up there. I may cut some of the workouts short. I may not. It's already pretty short as it is. And that's something that I need to do. I'm 12 weeks or a little over 12 weeks out from Raw Nationals. And that's 11 training weeks and 1 deload. And there's just no way to put that off and cut another week out. Because if I take next week off completely, the week after that is going to be another reintroductory phase. So now I am 10 weeks out from Nationals, 9 training weeks, which would be undoable. And that's something that you have to think about when you're planning vacations or when you're taking vacations is how close are you to a competition and how much does that competition matter to you? Likewise, when you are coming back from a vacation, if you haven't been able to maintain normal training volumes, then you're also going to have a reintroductory phase. And probably, I've been listening to some podcasts, or I guess coaching calls actually, from Mike Tashir. And what his advice is keep the sets the same when you come back from a vacation, but add 2 reps to each set. But keep the relative intensity the same. And so if you're doing, a set of 8, that's your program, that's what your program calls for, a set of 8 at 70%. And you add 2 reps, well, you're probably going to have to drop it down to like 65% for 10 reps. And so you'd be lowering the intensity, upping the volume a little bit, helping retrain movement patterns, and that would be a good way to reintroduce yourself. You'd actually have a little bit higher volume, but you're going to be rested so your body's going to be able to handle the fatigue. What's more helpful is that the intensity is a little lower, so you're going to be able to handle the intensity for sure. And you're still going to get a lot of practice with the movements because you're doing more reps to kind of assess that technical deficiency you will have as neurological pathways detrain. In any case, that's kind of how to handle a vacation. I think this may be our last run through 1 Corinthians 9, and I'll be moving on to some other passages. But I wanted to read this out one more time. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it. Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. So I do not run aimlessly, I do not box as one beating the air. And as Paul says this, I haven't really pointed it out too much. I've spoken much about the perishable wreath and about the self-control and exercise, but Paul's actual point here is, if even athletes who are working for temporary things work hard, how much harder should Christians be training and disciplining themselves so that they can live as true followers of Christ? In case you don't know what that actually entails, there's a lot of confusion. A lot of the media that Christians get is actually unchristian behavior of hatred, behavior of oppression. But what Jesus actually stands for is caring about others more than yourself, putting the needs of others before your own needs. And that is not an easy thing to do. It is difficult to put others first because we are all by nature selfish. We're concerned with our own needs. That's of primary importance. What this call is for, though, is for those who are followers of Christ, who are looking for uh, the approval of God instead of the approval of themselves or other people. These people are going to have to practice spiritual disciplines in their life consistently to train themselves so that they can be successful in their lives and accomplish the goals that they are setting out to do. In any case, that's what the passage is about, and I wanted to mention that before I moved on to other things. So I hope wherever you're at, you're doing well. Blessings.